In this video, we will do a quick recap of the performance evaluation system for non-instructional staff. IP's evaluation system has the following components: goals and competencies that combine to determine a final score. Goals represent the what, and competencies represent the how of strong performance. Together, they make up your evaluation. Your goals represent the most important what's that you do in your role to make an impact. All non-instructional staff have 3 performance and 1 learning and development goal. Performance goals should first be tied to a team or academy goal, where it makes sense to do so. Where that doesn't make sense, performance goals should be tied to a key responsibility of your role. Learning and development goals must be tied to an indicator from one of the core competencies. Goals are scored using a 1 to 5 scale with no 3. Why is there no rating of 3 in the goal evaluation scale? The goal rating scale was intentionally designed to create clearer differentiation between almost meeting versus meeting an individual goal by assigning a greater point value, 4 out of 5 points, for goals that are met versus almost met, 2 out of 5 points. Competencies are the second major component of the evaluation system. They assess how work gets done. All staff will be rated on these 6 core competencies. These apply to everyone, regardless of role, and have been designed to reflect what high-quality, mission-aligned work at IP looks like. They are intentionally designed to be cross-functional and role-agnostic to create clarity and consistency across the organization. Your final score is derived from your goal score and your competency score. Let's look at how each piece is weighted and how the process will determine a final score. In our system, goals will be worth 40% and competencies will be worth 60% of your final score as a non-instructional staff person. Since you will have 4 goals and will be scored on 6 competencies, each goal and competency will be 10% of your overall final score. Let's see a sample of how this can work in practice. Here you will see a set of sample scores for the entire evaluation system. In this case, this sample person has scored a 4 on each of their goals, giving them a total of 16 points for this category. These 16 points are a portion of the available 20 points. When we divide 16 by 20, we get 80%. This is their goal section score. This process repeats itself for competencies. In this sample, this person has scored 3 on all of their competencies, giving them 18 of the total available points for this section. When I divide 18 by 30, I get 60%. Now that we have section scores for this person, let's apply the weighting to determine the final score. As we discussed on the previous slide, goals are worth 40% of the total score, and core competencies are worth 60% of the total score. When we apply this weighting to these persons' section level scores, we get their weighted percentage score. When we add those 2 together, we arrive at their final score. Your percentage score that we just looked at before is your final score. That final score will be translated each spring into one of these 4 bands to determine your annual compensation increase for the following year.